Okay, we're back. That's what I'm saying, man. The wolf stage with the memory leaks, man. I don't know. Something. It also happens on the Cromer stage, like the pile of bodies background. Like, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. Thankfully, I've had a couple crashes like that where just black screens after a stage. You have to restart the game, but thankfully it saves your progress, so it still counts. We had a 4-turn wolf. That's pretty good. 4-turn wolf is pretty good. So, we're going to move on to robot. The reason why we kind of just don't care about any damage we take on wolf is because we're going to do robot, and we're going to use... This is like one of the only solos of the run. We're going to do solo Don Quixote. And again, as a casual, I don't really recommend doing like solos and like cheese strats and stuff, because it's kind of less fun. 2, it'll probably be patched out eventually because it's just broken. And 3, it's kind of lame. But we're going to be doing this, and we don't care about anything else because any damage we took, because everything is going to fully heal. And again, because of G. Gregor, our premier bench warmer, his passive is going to heal us every turn for Don Quixote. So, everyone is going to be full health. So this is basically like a kind of a rest stop. And it's pretty good. It's pretty nice. So you can also do other things, but So the way that dodge works, it's gonna be, there's no way it isn't gonna be patched, but the way that dodge or evade, I guess, works is if you constantly roll heads against like if you constantly evade an enemy, then it's going to if you constantly evade attacks from an enemy, it basically resets and evades all of the attacks until you miss, until you get hit, and then you lose your evade. So if you evade the first skill and you successfully evade it, then the second skill is the evade is going to move to the second skill. You're going to evade that. If you evade that, it'll move to the third skill. It'll evade all that. So hopefully, we're at 30 sanity, unfortunately. So yeah, we're just gonna miss because it's just typical, honestly. So we're gonna have to restart. It's like one of the main things I don't really like about soloing, but it is what it is. You can also do a duo. You can solo with Faust, and it's also pretty good. It's slower than Don Quixote, but it's still consistent, pretty consistent. And you can also do duo. This is very consistent. But if you're wondering about an explanation for why the solo Don Quixote is so widespread on this stage, it's because evade is just stupid broken. So we're going to try this again. Hopefully we roll heads. So hopefully we roll heads. Yep. So we're going to evade this attack. It'll go to the next attack, and you see the evade carries over. So it's just like stupid. I don't know why it works like that. It's going to get patched out. I just guarantee you. It better. So we're going to be clashing with the first skill. It doesn't really matter which one we clash with, honestly. Sure, we'll clash with the last skill, I guess. It's more fun. But, you can clash with whatever skill you want. And then you're going to evade. So the way that it works is if you evade, combat resolves kind of like left to right. So you have to... If you did it like this, you clash with the first skill, evade with the last skill. This skill will not be evaded because this will happen first. So you want to evade this, and then this evade in the middle will move backwards onto this skill. So we'll just roll tails. It is what it is. But see, so we're going to evade here, and then the next skill comes, we're going to carry the evade over to this attack and just evade everything. Just really balanced. Very good. Solos also kind of rely very heavily on RNG. So skill cycling is super important for solo runs. Because you want to, in this particular case, you want to use leap as much as possible. But, we're going to try not to skill cycle. So we're going to use our evade here. Also, another tip for this attack, processing, transfer, reg. There's 2 different ones. For some reason, there's two different processing transfer registries or whatever. The first one, the first time that the robot uses it, it's this one over here. They're the same name, by the way. They're the same name. But this one is unclashable, cannot be redirected. Targets units with the most HP automatically, spends the charge, and you know, locks your unit for like 2 turns. So people are like, okay, well, I'll bring like Mersault as a meat shield. He doesn't really do much, but you know, he can tank it. He has the most HP all the time, so it's always going to target him. They don't realize that this skill is evadable. It is. And it's, like, really funny. But the second one is clashable. So you'll see it later in the fight. But what we're going to do for this one is we're going to evade this one. It'll carry the evade over into processing transfer registry. Then we're going to use, you know, this for damage. And you know what? We'll use this because we don't want rip space yet because we have no charge whatsoever. We'll build charge later, but, you know, we'll use her base ego. Another fun thing about her base ego, this enemy is, like, extremely fatal to it, and also, it heals her for, like, half the damage done if you hit heads. So, yeah, Don Quixote will basically be full HP. Your whole team will be full HP because they're on the bench. In the back, we're going to evade this because we're just, you know, we're gaming like that. And then, processing transfer registry, it'll miss. Even though it's unclashable, you know, unredirectable, we can still evade it for some ungodly reason. Just really, really balanced like that. We're going to use Ego again. This stage kind of, it helps you get Gloom, and it helps you get Envy, because you're going to be using the, Leap and Rip Space a lot, but it eats up your Pride, and it eats up your Lust, because every time you use, not Faust, you use her Ego, it uses 2 Pride, 2 Lust. So, you know what, we're going to be using Rip instead. This is like, again, if you're skill cycling, this is like, you want to do this, and then either use the Rip, or you just use her Ego to do some more damage. But, you know, we're not skill cycling because we're not tryhards. You know, we're just here to get our banner, you know. Get a decent score, get our banner, get out. Oh, also, funny thing is, this enemy is like, the robot is like super resistant to Envy, so Rift Space does like tickle damage to him. So in this fight, if you're skill cycling and you're doing solo Dawn, you also want to cycle Rift Space. From what I like, my experience, Rift Space is kind of just not worth having. You just want to hard cycle for Leap, just hard cycle for Leap like at every possible time, because Leap is just such a stupid skill. especially against this guy. So, you know, usually we would do this. Just another case of skill 2s being broken, you know, it is what it is. Also, just as a note, because combat resolves left to right, you want to use your leaps first, and then your rip space last, because leap on the last coin, if it hits heads, inflicts 2 fragile. So, you know, just squeeze some extra damage out. We're going to use it again here. Just clash with some of these. This one, remember, it's clashable. It says hopeless, but it's not actually, because when we use rip space, it's going to spend the 10 charge. This clash prediction does not factor in the fact that rip space is going to essentially like triple in clashing power. So that it says hopeless, it's not hopeless. Don't worry about it. And again, like this is where I would use like ego, and obviously I wish I could cycle out all of these all of these rips, but you know, it is what it is. So looks like we are good. This is going there. Yeah. So yeah, you know. This one is clashable, so we'll just outclash it with Rip Space. even though it doesn't do that much damage, it's still good. And fun thing is, if you're a casual, you might not even know this exists. I know when I went in blind, I didn't know this existed. But if you clash that second crane, the processing transfer registry, if you clash this, the second one and onwards, I believe, it will pull out the robot's weak point. So I was like, when I was going in blind for the first time, I was like, dude, this fight sucks. It takes forever. It's because you're hitting into this robot with like 1,000,000 resistances, and it has no like parts. You can't break any parts or anything like you can with the wolf or the frog, so it like takes forever. But that's because the fight's gimmick is you have to expose this weak point by clashing with the second one. I didn't know the second one was clashable because I just kind of assumed it was the same as the first one because it's the same name and everything, so I didn't read. The classic PM gamer not reading, I know. But I didn't read the second one, and I just assumed that that's how the fight worked, and it just took forever. But you can clash the second one, and it will use the crane to pull out the weak point, which has 5 fragile and whatever. Unfortunately, we don't really want to overkill this thing. So we're just gonna like, man, like I want to get rid of some of these rips, man. This sucks. It is what it is, though, you know. But this thing can be staggered, so it'll take 1,000,000 damage. You know, very nice, very nice. So we'll just do a bunch of damage, break the weak point. It'll stagger the robot, so we get another free turn. Again, use leap over rip space. It'll do more damage. You can see in the top left, the projected damage is around 50. It's not accurate a lot of the time, but, you know, ballpark 50. Leap does like 82 if it hits all heads, obviously. So, but then, you know, you want to use rip space over rip, obviously. And this fight should usually, like, if you're casual and you don't know about the gimmick, this fight takes like a million years. If I used her ego, if I used Dawn's ego, this guy would be dead. It would be a turn 9 or a turn 8. I mean, but you know, I don't really care that much. I'd rather save some pride for later. So we're just going to really quickly clean this guy up. It doesn't really matter what I do. He's gonna die. So you know, a turn 9 robot, 9-turn robot, not bad. Especially for a casual run, you know, pretty easy, pretty textbook. If you were skill cycling, you could get it down way lower. What stage was that? 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so in my low turn runs, I usually get this around 6. I've seen people get 5. I have no clue. My hunch is that they have the Mariachi Sinclair passive. So it gives them just enough damage to get 5 turns. But I don't know how they do it. It's crazy. But the lowest I've ever gotten was 6. The robot's like 200 health or something, 250. So I'm not even like close to killing it in 5. But if you're skill cycling, you get good RNG, you get perfect RNG, you're using her egos every single turn, you could get it in 6 or 7 turns pretty easily. But 9 turns, not too shabby. Next is the fish. Fish is pretty easy. Again, we have all of our guys are nice and healed up because they were all on the bench because we're solo Dawn. So for the fish, we're going to do Dawn, Heathcliff, obviously. Again, they're staples. And so is Faust. And then we're going to do Hong Lu and I guess like Otis. Because her ego is very good on this stage. And because we saved Pride last stage, that's kind of why I didn't want to use Dawn's ego last stage, because we were saving Pride for this stage. Again, Otis's Ebony Stem Queen, this thing takes like 4 Pride, and we only have 7. So, you know, looking like some pretty average RNG. So the strategy for the fish, you're going to want to target one of the legs. I generally go for right leg. Yeah, I go for right leg over the left leg. But you just target one of the legs basically, and it's kind of the same thing, the same idea as the wolf. So, you know, I'm not even gonna look at the other one. I probably should. Yeah, okay, we're gonna have to clash with that. We're probably gonna have to clash with that. Probably. Oh, this is some horrid RNG. You know what? Whatever. The fact that we have 2 cleaves here is terrible too. We might have to use an ego. Whatever. It's okay. We'll clash with this. This can clash with, I mean, this is pretty awful, honestly. Thankfully, Otis pretty much wins every clash that she goes against, so that's pretty nice. We can also use our Ebony Stem as a clash tool here, which is very good, actually. Let's clash with this. And then this can clash with this. This is struggling, brother. And we don't have any pride. Typical. Pride and Rats is just kind of a problem. This is a 1-coin skill, so we'll clash with that. This is a 2-coin skill. Who is this hitting? This one? This one? It's hitting Faust. If we clash with this, Faust can clash with this. Nah, it's still awful. Faust can clash with... I mean, who's this hitting? Heathcliff? 10 to 28. You know what? We can tank that. We can tank that. It's fine. We'll just pray it doesn't hit heads so I don't get weakened. Alright, so we'll just resolve this turn. Hopefully next turn we get some good RNG on what skills we get. Oh, let's go. Again, we're trying to burn down the right leg. But the thing about... there we go, that's a stagger. The thing about Ebony Queen, or Ebony Stem, I mean, is that this ego is going to target all of the Ichthys parts. So it'll do damage to the boss like multiple times. So it's going to do like a ton of damage. And you can see all of the statuses. Not a bug. It's actually all of his parts getting damaged. For some reason it works like that. Don't ask me why. Body, don't care. Right leg, we're just going to crunch into this right leg. We're going to use the telepole to get some charge for this rip space. Again, telepole coming in clutch. We see quick suppression next turn, so again, we're going to use body sack, try and clash with something here. And then we're going to hard target. We even have gripping, so next turn, quick suppression is going to be crazy. This is looking... This is shaping up to be probably a 3-turn. I think... I'll check while this combat resolves. Yeah, I've done this combat in 2 turns in my best run. This was a 2-turn fight, but this is shaping up to be a 3-turn. Very nice. Still a very good, especially for a casual run. 3 turns is nothing to scoff at on the fish. So, you know, we're gonna get some, we're gonna get some stuff here. We're just gonna tank a little bit. It is what it is. Thank you for rolling tails. Clash with the annoying attacks. And you can see the right leg part broken. We're gonna go quick suppression. We'll just clean this one up really quickly here. We even got another cloud cutter, which is very nice. This could stagger us. You know what? I'll clash with this just to redirect it to Faust. Actually, no. Otis can tank it because she's used less. Otis is used less than Faust, so I'll have her take the damage. Even if she loses the attack, she'll take the damage. I doubt that the fish will even live to use that attack. Oh, well, she won it anyway. Nice. Alright, so here we go. And then Cloud Cutter will finish this guy off. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad. So 3-turn fish. Pretty good, pretty good. Now we have the trifecta. We're starting up on these fights pretty much just suck ass. Especially the snake. Everyone hates the snake, like it's no secret. I've kind of grown warm to the K-Corp one. It's not that annoying anymore. I'll show you the strategy. But the nothing there, dude, and the or the snake one is really bad. I think this one I had in 6. Yeah, I had it in 6, but we're probably aiming for around like 10. We'll go here. We'll see. Don Heathcliff, Otis again, I suppose. And then we'll go Ryoshu Ishmael. We don't really... I mean, we could use Faust again. But Faust is not, like, super good on this stage. You know what, we'll go with this and we'll see what happens. This should be fine. We could also go with Honglu, but you know, we'll give him a little bit of a break.
준비는 끝났습니다. 명령 대기.
Again, these teams might not be optimal. I don't remember like a lot of the strategies exactly that I use, but it's just kind of the concepts, you know. It's just kind of the concepts that you got to get used to. That's all. Clean up. You know, the strategy here, by the way, is pretty much you want to like hard burst the middle one, whenever possible. You don't even need to really clash with the outer ones, but you know, you kind of have to hard burst the middle one whenever you can. Heathcliff is pretty decent on these stages, but he's not great because they last so damn long that he starts to run out of ammo, which is kind of annoying, but it's not completely terrible. Let's see here. Who's our worst clash right now? Probably Heathcliff can clash with this, and then he can clash with red. And then let's see. We'll go Don Quixote there. What is going on here? Oh, because I didn't reset this. I mean, like, yeah. It is what it is. I mean, like, again, these fights just suck. There's really not much you can do about it except sit here for like 20 minutes each at like bare minimum and just kind of like sit here and wail on these guys. Very well designed. I guess they had to make it take a while somewhere. Because the other fights are like lower than double digits for the most part. So this guy will basically alternate between countering and using 3 attacks. So you want to use like 1 weak hit to kind of redirect this attack, and then you want to hard burst one of the guys on the side. So I guess this guy's got 1 less health, so we're gonna burst this guy. We're gonna clash with we want to clash the other one. What do we got coming up? Rip space. Alright. We're going to telepole here, and then we're going to just dump all the damage on here. We'll save some ammo too. Why not? And who's... I mean, like, that doesn't do that much damage. Yeah. Also, the counter will replicate the coin count of whatever ability you use to clash with him. So if you use a 1 coin skill, like you saw me use the 1 coin Ryoshu skill, his counter will only have 1 coin. Like, if you clash with, like, Rip Space, and it's got, how many coins? Like 5? The counter will have like 5 coins, and then you'll literally kill yourself, and it sucks. So you want to use a low coin skill, like, you know, shove. That's why we bring Ishmael. You use shove, or you use, like, you know, predictive analysis or rip or something. Like, just use a 1 coin skill. Not really much else you can do besides that. Do we even? Oh my god, our quick suppression is you know, very far away for some reason, unfortunately, so it is what it is. Let's go here. Lenticular swirl. Okay, we rolled very low on speed, it seems. Clash with that. Says neutral. It's not neutral. Is this hitting? Oh, what the hell, bro. We can use lenticular swirl on this guy. Who's clashing with this? Otis. You know what? Clash with this. You go here. You go here. I guess we'll use Inigo. Again, Wrath. Wrath is a problem. We can go... like, okay, well, we'll get Wrath here. Like, the reason we use default Rhodia, obviously I don't have anything better, but also her support passive is very good. The problem is getting Wrath, because there's like nothing that generates Wrath. If I had the Blade Lineage Sinclair generates Wrath, and if I was using him, Blade Lineage Isong generates Wrath too. But we're not using either of those, so, you know, Wrath is just kind of an issue. Also, we're going to need Wrath for Ryoshu's 4th match Flame later, so we kind of don't really want to use Snag Harpoon. I'll just take the hit. Oh, that's a big hit though. I'll just hit heads and he'll hit tails. You know, it's pretty textbook, honestly. Or can I clash with this? Pierce Lust. Okay, you know what? We're taking double there. Pierce Lust. We're taking quad there. All right, you know what? That's what we'll do. Ouch. Also, losing the clash against that ability in particular sucks because it heals like 10% of his max health. It's like stupid. Like the way they design these stages is like so stupid. But whatever. I mean, not much we can do as players besides, you know, use rip space over and over again. And just like cheese the crap out of everything. So he's going to be countering. We're going to use a weak 1 coin skill. You are ineffective. Okay, so we will go clash with Rip. And we'll burst the top guy down. Oh, we actually have quick suppression coming up next turn, which is very nice. So, you know, maybe I should have brought Faust. It's okay though. We'll go here and then... What's this hitting? Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's healing attack. You rolled a 3 on speed. Everyone rolled so low on speed. Wait. Oh, no. Whatever. That looks pretty good. Hey, look, we actually got the Gambler passive off for once in our lives. Alright, so we'll use Heathcliff, boost our speed. This guy got staggered, so he's pretty much just doomed this turn. Quick suppression should make easy work of him. So we'll go... Don Quixote can clash here. We'll go here. 1 coin skills, classic, just... You're faster. Alright. Hopefully quick suppression can finish that guy off. Should be pretty easy. Yeah, easily. So, there's 1 down. Pretty nice, pretty nice. We'll go here. Actually, we'll go with... no, we want to use Leap. We'll go here. We need Wrath, so we'll just keep farming that up for next... not next stage, but the stage after. We'll clash with this, I guess, because Ryoshu's not getting used next stage. What are we clashing with here? We're clashing with nothing? Okay. Almost made a mistake again. I think for my low turn run, I had a did I just whatever. Did I just mess up? I think for my low turn run I had Don Quixote, Faust, and Heathcliff like tripled up, I think, or something like that. Something like that. Bro, where's my rip space? This is unfortunate. Heathcliff running out of ammo, I imagine. 3? Yeah, okay. Keep farming up our Wrath. We'll go... Man, these clashes are pretty terrible, honestly. We'll go here, I guess. Alright, well, typical heal 10% max health. Yep, very cool. We have 20 charge. I mean, if we get Rift Space, one of these days we'll get Rift Space and I'll be happy. Okay. We could go with Shove, because you're not getting staggered anytime soon. Farm our Wrath up again. I mean, I should be using Blunt, to be honest. Even... yeah, Slash, I mean, Slash doesn't do anything. I mean, but the debuff is just better. The debuff is just better. We'll keep the one coin skill. This guy should get staggered, hopefully. He should get staggered. It's not hopefully, he should get staggered. Alright, so this guy's pretty much dead next turn, hopefully. Yeah, just take a hit there. Oh, you're turbo dead. If only I had like any good skills. Why do I have rip? Come on. And oh my god. Okay, well, whatever. I mean, what can we tank? We can tank that. And we can't tank that because oh. Thankfully Heathcliff is still a clashing god, even when he has no ammo. This guy's gonna live, though. That's such a shame. We could use our 4th Match Flame to finish him off, probably, because this thing does 1,000,000. Yeah, it does 90 damage. Might be worth it, honestly. Because we have Wrath. Like, you know, man, maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. I think I probably should, just to get some damage on him. We're on 9 turns. This one's running a little long. This is going to deal a bunch of damage, though. What are we clashing with? This guy? Those? We could clash Otis here. Or... yeah, we could clash Otis there. We'll use 4th Match Flame, I guess. It's fine. The Paralyze will come in handy next turn, I think. And this guy's got 0 ammo, very cool. We roll tails. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. No. Okay, well, what a absolute travesty. What a shame. What a waste. Okay, well, it is what it is. It happens. Our Rip Space is finally coming up. I've been waiting 1,000 years for this. I've been waiting a millennia for this. I don't even know if Otis can tank the counter. Who's he targeting? Ishmael. Okay, you know what? You can tank it. And then we'll just play this by the books, I guess. Do we have quick suppression? We do. So we'll just body bag you. Yeah, okay. What an absolute disaster. That's a shame. We should be clear, though, here, a little bit. It's looking like 11 or 12 turns. It depends on what this Rip Space can do. Body bag, give us the quick suppression next... I mean, we have quick suppression, Rip Space next turn. In all likelihood, Heathcliff will be faster. Yeah, so we can act here and get some good damage on here. Hopefully this guy will stagger. I hate that you can't see the stagger bar. We'll clash with... we can't clash because you're slow as balls. Okay. We have 5 Wrath. Oh, it sucks. Whatever. That 4th Match Flame was the worst trade deal of all time. What a shame. What an absolute shame. If we can stagger you, though, that's really big. Come on. Aw, no, come on! Okay, whatever. Don't hit tails. Alright, easy, easy. Oh, what the hell is that?! Oh my goodness. Die, please. We hit tails again! Ah, I'm gonna freak out. Okay, 19 health, you know what? We're casuals. Come on! No! Okay. It is what it is. I mean, we're still making good pace. We're still making good pace, but that is a shame. That is a shame. I mean, my team definitely could have been better too. I'm not even gonna front. I literally forgot what team I used on this to get to 6. We took twice the amount of turns, but whatever. For this stage, we're gonna do another solo. It's gonna be KK Hong Lu. So everyone gets a nice full heal. We're going to need all the health we can get because the wolf coming up is going to... This stage takes a lot of health if you want to do it kind of quickly. So we're going to use KK Hong Lu to get some health back on our dudes. Which is nice. You can bring a bunch of other people. Anyone with slash is pretty good. So you can use Gregor. He's pretty good. You can also use Don Quixote. The classic, the trifecta. Don Quixote and Faust and Heathcliff, whatever. But this stage kind of takes some resetting. It takes more RNG than the other one, and you do need to like skill cycle. We'll see. This is just doomed. We need Cloud Cutter essentially. I'll do like 2 or 3 tries, and if we can't get it, then you know I'll just go with the normal team and take a million turns. But if you're willing to reset a couple times for like a half decent run with KK Hong Lu, you can get a pretty good. You can get like 7 turns. I get consistently. What the hell is this? What is that? You can get like 7 turns pretty consistently. 6 turns is possible, but you need like extremely good RNG, and you wouldn't be soloing with Hong Lu. I'm pretty sure 6-turn solo is possible, but it's like really, really, really bad on RNG. Okay, we get Cloud Cutter, but they're all attacking, so we're probably gonna get staggered. I'll try it, you know. We're probably gonna get staggered and die though. Is my guess. Generally, what you're looking for in a solo run is you want them to, at least 2 of them to be like blocking, and then you want Cloud Cutter. Okay, you know what? It's still winnable actually. So I know, filthy. I said I wouldn't be skill cycling, but our start was so bad. I need to. All right, give me a break. Cloud Cutter on its own is able to kill the like solo these guys, by the way, which is like pretty dumb. They are quad fatal to it, I think. No, they're not quad fatal. They're double fatal. I thought they were fatal to slash for some reason. But they take double damage from Cloud Cutter, and you know how Cloud Cutter is. It's just a stupid skill. Stupid skill too. So, I mean, like, it's disgusting, honestly. It's pretty disgusting. We roll tails. It is what it is. But, you know, for a solo, you kind of need to skill cycle. You can also do no skill cycles, but it's, like, really RNG dependent. It's, like, really RNG dependent. This does 72. Sure. And we're gonna save our Cloud Cutters for the next wave. And we're just gonna get these guys out of here. A rough start, but you know we'll be good. 3 Cloud Cutters, so I mean this guy's gonna. These 3 guys are pretty much gonna fall over dead. And then we'll just do this. You know what? I'm not gonna skill cycle for the rest of them. Because they're gonna patch it out. So like, if I want this guy to be kind of at least helpful after the patch, you can still do. Obviously, you can still do the solo without skill cycling. You just need like good RNG. Like we had bad RNG at the start, but we could help remedy it with skill cycling. If we had better RNG at the start, we don't need to skill cycle. But It is what it is. Again, it's just kind of like you just get a million cleaves. It is what it is. We kind of want to cycle out all these cleaves. We're getting 2 Cloud Cutters and 2 Cloud Bursts next turn, so we can use Cloud Cutter here. But you know what? Whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'll take another turn to get rid of some of these cleaves. So next turn we can actually do things. Oh, he might actually. No, he's not gonna die. unfortunately. But I didn't want to waste a Cloud Cutter on a 25 HP enemy, you know? Let's go get rid of more of these things so I can get rid of these. There we go. Alright, so 2 Cloud Cutters will kill one of these guys. So all we need to do is just use 2 Cloud Cutters on one of them, as long as we roll heads, obviously. And then for the rest of them, you know, just throw the rest on the other guy. If you get 4 Cloud Cutters, these guys will die in like a single turn, which is very nice. Very, very nice. So the first one will stagger him, and the second one will kill him, which is very good. And then this guy, I mean, he might die. I kind of doubt it, but he might die. Nah, he's not gonna die. Yeah. Oh well, he'll heal like a bunch of health. But you know, Cloud Cutters to finish him off. You know how it is. We can even we can farm some we can farm some envy. This stage gives you a lot of lust. I mean, not envy, lust. This stage gives you a lot of lust. Again, it also heals your other guy. What the hell? What did I do, bro? Whatever. Well, this is a blunder for sure. Whatever. I accidentally clashed with a cleave. Whoops. Took like 1,000,000 damage for no reason. It is what it is. Honglu should be able to should be healed by the next fight though. Actually, you know what? that was like the worst mistake of my life, I think. We do want to use Honglu here, I think. I mean, like, he's really good, so we're just gonna have to use him anyway, even though he's like no health because I screwed up. We'll see what happens. Something like this should be fine. Let me check my notes. Don, Honglu. I used Gregor apparently. Gregor. Oh wait, no, I did use Gregor. Gregor is pretty good. Don, Honglu, Gregor, Ryoshu, Heathcliff. So I didn't use Faust. I mean, like, you know what? I'll keep Gregor on the bench so we can heal Honglu. We'll see what happens, I guess. It's not really that much of a big deal. Did I bring Ryoshu? I better have remembered to bring Ryoshu. Yeah, okay, I did. So Ryoshu's 4th match flame is really good against these dogs. Again, like I said way at the beginning. They are quad fatal, I think, or like they're super vulnerable anyway to slash wrath. So something like 4th match flame / wrath. This thing will burn these guys down really quickly. So you want to generally focus one of these guys at a time. They're also pretty vulnerable to Cloud Cutter. We're still obviously going to want to clash with a couple things. Let's go here. We'll use 4th match flame later because we want to keep the gambler passive for as long as possible. So we'll use 4th match flame later. We'll go. Who do we want to clash with on this guy? I'm pretty sure execution is a terrible skill to use on the big snake guy because he resists blunt. Let me just check again. Pierce Wrath. Yeah, so we're going to want to use Heathcliff to clash with this guy pretty much all the time. And then everything else can go into one of the dogs. And then you can choose to tank this attack. What's he targeting? Probably not going to want to tank that one, though. We can use Lenticular Swirl on him, actually. No, okay, because we have Cloud Cutter. We're going to bleed him. Yeah, so, I mean, it's chip damage. This fight sucks. This is the worst fight in the entire Railway. No questions asked. Like, nobody... I don't know a single person in their life who likes this fight. It sucks. If you have Kurokumo, henchwoman Ryoja, she's pretty good here. Same with Blade Lineage Sinclair. Actually, no, it's not Ryoja. It's Isong. / Wrath is pretty good for taking these guys out. So, you know, if you're bringing them, they're pretty good. Unfortunately, our rip space is in the worst slot possible, and we just have 2 rips, which blows. We have we have a quick suppression, so we're gonna do this. Blunt sucks against this guy, by the way, so even though usually I would use an ego to clash with this guy, it will dead ass do like 4 damage. So it's not even worth like using to clash with. But we're going to apply gaze. We're going to use this guy's weak to pierce. You know what? Go here, we'll go here. Gaze, we'll go no, we need gaze here. Yeah, and then we can just we can go... I mean, this needs to clash so I can get healed with Gregor. So we're going to do that. And I guess we're just going to accept the fact that it does, like, no damage. Whatever. We're going to inflict gaze on this guy next turn so that our quick suppression can do more damage, basically. You can also use the quick suppression on the Inquisitor, the big guy. It's honestly valid. It might even be better. Honestly, I don't even remember. I don't remember what I did, but I already inflicted the gaze on the dog. You know, we roll tails, you know, usual. So instead of 4 damage, we'll do 20 because we rolled tails, like you know, an absolute gamer. Go quick suppression. Like, I don't even... These guys aren't even... They're endure, but they're normal. Alright, and this guy is weak, and then... I don't remember his envy resist. It's normal, I think. So, it would actually technically be more efficient to use quick suppression on this guy. But I don't really want to. Flick gaze on him next turn, though. And we'll go here, and then we'll use this to clash here. Yeah, sure. And the bleed actually does add up a little bit on these guys. I don't really recommend bleed for this for Railway because it takes a while for some enemies to bleed out. But, you know, against the Slithering Inquisitor, especially in his second phase, he takes a lot of bleed damage. So it's honestly pretty good that Faust and Ryoshu and Honglu actually have a bleed synergy. It's not completely negligible. Oh, that's just completely upsetting to see. What a waste of a Cloud Cutter. We're almost at our leap. Look at that. We're almost there. And then we have three cleaves. Just my luck. We'll clash with this and you know, whatever. Also, another thing, I don't know if this is true, but I read it somewhere, and I'm pretty sure it might be. I'll show you next turn, maybe. But there's like a weird thing with the arm defense value. I don't know like exactly how it works, but it's just strange. Where if the arm is not doing an action, it gets like an insane amount of defense for some reason. Like, I don't know why. I'll see if I can show it. Yeah, okay, so look. This one is defending and this one is doing nothing. If I go cleave on this one, it does 1 to 3 damage. If I go cleave on this one, it does 5 to 12. I literally, like, I don't think it's the damage. I think it's a clash value maybe. But like, if I override the clash, it does 4 to 10. Like, it does a normal amount, it does 4 to 10. And on this one, it does 1 to 3. So if anyone could tell me, like, if it's true or not, or if I'm just actually tripping, I have no idea. It's just really weird. I don't know. Farm up some Wrath. Actually, we can just hard burst these. Also, once the dog, like, once we either hit a certain turn count or one of the dogs dies, they generally happen around the same time. That's why I'm not exactly sure. Which one it is, but either when we hit like a specific turn count or when one of the dogs dies, the Inquisitor just tends to like sit there AFK. I don't really know if like there's a reason behind it, but it makes it take forever because again, if it's not doing an action, then the arm has like a stupid amount of defense for some reason, so it actually makes it worse. from what I can tell. Again, if I'm wrong, then tell me. I literally have no idea. I actually want to know. But this dog should be meat here. Yeah, alright. Rip space pretty easily. This one... See, look, he just sits AFK. It's, like, so weird. We'll use our, thing there, and then we'll go... You know what? We'll Cloud Cutter this guy, whatever. We have Quick Suppression next turn. We don't have Gaze, unfortunately. And this guy's resistant to Blunt, so there's no point in even hitting him. It's actually futile. We don't have Gaze coming up either. Oh, man. Whatever. Yeah, sure. We won't hit Tails on 4th Match Flame this time, though, for sure. Watch. I keep hyping it up. I keep hyping up 4th Match Flame on this fight like it's, like, crazy or anything. It's, like, just very good. It's not, like, run-defining or anything, but it's just very good. This is an up-tie 1 4th Match Flame, by the way. Again, I don't have the thread, but it still does a ton of damage. It still does, like, 120. Yeah, so, I mean, it's pretty good. If you have the Wrath to spare, especially, then I'd recommend using it at least once or twice. I think at up-tie 3, it would do numbers. The 4th Match Flame would definitely do numbers at up-tie 3. But unfortunately, I don't have it, so it would probably be better if I did. We have Rip Space coming up, so this turn is looking pretty good. Like, I don't know, dude. Hong Lu is, like, just trolling me here with some of these rotations, skill rotations. Alright, so we've staggered the arm. Very nice. Get some good damage. The problem with the arms is that if you don't read classic PM reading, there's a passive here. If the arm is broken, you have to break the other arm within the end of the next turn after it's broken. Otherwise, it regenerates to the same health as the other arm. So, like, if I broke the right arm here, and then I got the arm, and next turn I got the left arm down to like 150 health, and I didn't kill it, the right arm would regenerate with 150 health. That's why, like, that's partially why this fight takes absolutely ages. Because the arms just, like, regenerate over each other. So even though it's staggered, and I could get 1 trillion damage on it, I actually don't want to. Because it's going to regenerate if I can't kill the left arm, and the left arm has 400 health. Right now. So, yeah, it's, like, really fun. So, you kind of have to damage them pretty evenly. Or if you don't damage them evenly, then get one of them pretty low, and then start bursting down the other one. Is essentially what you have to do if you want to not waste 1,000,000 turns killing the arms over and over and over again. I should use Cleave on the dog, I guess, whatever. But, like, this phase of the fight takes absolutely ages. You know what? Rip. There we go. And then... Like, I don't really want to clash with this piece because it's 95 health. So I'll just, like, I'll do a weak skill like that. And Rip will... Yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean, we use a weak skill so that it doesn't, like, do any crazy damage, so that we don't accidentally kill it and then screw ourselves and have to sit here for another, like, 4 turns. Heathcliff out of ammo, typical. No ammo Heathcliff is not as bad as it seems, as long as you can still body sack. You can see this happens to me every single run. For some reason, I don't use egos very often. I just, like, get fixated on using abilities, but I think that's my one weakness as a player. That probably kept me from getting below a 75 on my lowest run. But you get a ton of resources except Wrath. Like, I don't know, man. It's really unfortunate. Left arm is staggered. Alright, you know what? We go full burn on the left arm. And, you know what? What are these skills doing? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Alright, we'll clash with this. And we'll just let the other two heal 20 HP. 20 is not that much. Inflict 3 paralyze next turn. What are we even doing next turn? Literally nothing. We have dog water skills. Thankfully, by the time this phase is about over, the Inquisitor, the Slithering Inquisitor, will only have a couple hundred health left, usually. So, it's not really, like, that bad. Okay, he rolled tails. That's actually super nice. But the real annoying part is the poison. The poison sucks so much. Like, it's terrible. Because it deals a ton of damage, and the next fight, I guess the meta is to, the meta of the next fight is to use a tanking strat. You'll see. And if you don't have that much health, it becomes, like, really rough. And because I screwed up Hong Lu, the last, on the K-Corp fight, like an absolute idiot, he's on, like, half HP for no reason, which is going to really hurt us later, I think. But, you know, I don't want to redo it because I don't really care. No resets. We're casual players. We're no resets. We don't look back. Okay, so, like, 40 and 40. Alright. Cloud Cutter will deal with this, and then I think this should be enough damage. We have Rip Space next turn. We don't have Quick Suppress next turn because why would we? You know, it doesn't make sense. Fatal to yellow. We don't have any yellow. We have Rip. Cloud Cutter should be okay. If it's not, we'll just lose a turn, just for fun. Yeah, okay, we're good. And then, hopefully, the rest of these skills should be able to do 40 damage collectively. I'd hope. Okay, yeah, we're good, we're good. Roll Tails, classic. Alright. We're staggered to poison. Just about what I expected, honestly. We'll clash here. You know what? I mean, I don't use egos enough. Body Sack is definitely going to do more damage. What do we have on our Faust here? Literally nothing useful. Like, I could hold the Rip Space so that we can use Hex Nail with it next turn. But, like, I kind of want to just get this shit done with. Because this fight is so boring. See, look, 7. I overshot it. I overshot it when I estimated that we would do, like, 4 damage. Or undershot it. He actually does 7. That one's on me, guys. I'm sorry. He actually does 7 damage with Body Sack. But you can see the bleed does a ton of damage. As long as you apply it to, like, the right part, I guess. Hopefully we're not staggered. Like, this fight literally just taxes your health. Like, it's stupid. Like, I don't know why they designed it like this. It's so annoying. If he doesn't die, he's not going to die this turn. He's going to die next turn, I imagine. Whatever. Takes a ton of bleed damage, though. Look at that. Look at how much bleed damage he takes. Oh, 9. Wow. High roll on that one, I guess. See, like, primarily the Slithering Inquisitor is going to die to bleed most of the time. He might actually die this turn. Wait. I should have used, like, an Ego or something. Actually, Leap probably kills him. Yeah. Alright, alright. 14. I've seen worse. I've seen worse. Our Hong Lu has seen better, unfortunately. It is what it is. You know, if your Hong Lu is healthy here, it's a lot better. We're still way below pace, by the way. We have 3 stages left. We're at around 80 turns. Very nice. 23 health Hong Lu. About right. Stage 11, we want Faust, Heathcliff, Don, obviously. And then Otis, Hong Lu is, like, probably what we want. I kind of want to give Hong Lu a break, because next stage he's going to be very important. But I don't know who. I could probably bring, like, Gregor, but he's not as good. in case you don't remember, this stage is the one with the fish and the wolf. Remember earlier, the wolf strategy, break the head and then go ham. The fish strategy, break the right leg or something. I think it's the right leg and just go ham. Same thing applies here. So, and they have the same resistances. So Hong Lu, again, if you remember from the wolf fight, Cloud Cutter absolutely shreds. That's why we want to bring him. But he's like 1 health, and it sucks. So I kind of don't want to bring him. But you know what? I mean, he's so good, though. You know what? We have Fluid Sac. Again, I don't really want to use Fluid Sac because it's a paid Battle Pass ego. And that's kind of lame. But, you know, when you need healing, you need healing. Oh, but I do have the gripping. Okay, so let's see. We have Cloud Cutter. Where's the head? I can't read. Head. Okay. Also, this stage is pretty easy compared to the other ones. Because, again, Ebony Queen, if you don't remember, shreds everything. So, we will just, we'll look over what they got going on here. Okay, we're gonna have to clash with that. We're gonna have to clash with that. Like, this is what really sucks about the last fight, is the poison literally taxes you so hard that you can't really burn down. Like, you can... What was my score? I think, like, 3 or something. Yeah, I got a 3 on this one. But the poison burns you down so much that you can't really do the tanking strat that you can do when you're on their individual stages. Like, on Ichthys, when you're doing his solo stage, you can just kind of tank all of his damage and then just burn down the fin, the right fin. Same thing with the dog. You can kind of tank his damage and burn down the head. But because you're so low health from the last fight, it's actually not really feasible to tank it. Which is a damn pain. It sucks. Because it slows down your clear. Again, we're way, way, way ahead of schedule. So we don't have to actually worry about it too much. I'll clash with this. We don't have to worry about it too much. Because we're still going to make it under 120 pretty comfortably. Hit tails, you know, whatever. But, you know, it's just kind of still a pain, obviously. It kind of sucks. But, you know, I'm just using egos here to win some clashes. You know, the usual. If there's... Because, again, our health is, like, pretty low. Thankfully, these enemies are nerfed. Otherwise, it would be really annoying. Their health is nerfed. The head will literally die in 1 Cloud Cutter. So, you know, it is what it is. And then we have to clash with everything. Can't really afford to play recklessly here, unfortunately. Which would... It would decrease our time. But it's not really worth doing. We can use this, though. We don't have another Cloud Cutter, unfortunately. We did have Gaze on him, though, so we can use... What? Who's clashing what? This is left leg action. I mean, like, the problem is they're targeting Hong Lu, and he's 1 health. So I guess we're just gonna have to, unfortunately. And then, who are you guys targeting? Don Quixote and Hong Lu. Wow, this blows like really bad. Whatever. Again, I could use Ego. I could use Faust's Fluid Sac, but I'd rather not. I mean, no matter what, this fight should not be like that long. See, look, it hits multiple parts of the Ichthys, so it deals like a million damage. It's staggered like all the parts, so I didn't need to clash with like half of them, but it's okay. We're just breaking all of its parts with some egos. I mean, we have the resources to spare. Again, the only resource that we really, really have to worry about spending at this point in the game is Wrath, because we want to stay above that 5. But from here on out, none of our sinners really... Oh, wait, what the hell, dude? Did I forget? Bro, okay. For some reason, I did not clash with that. I literally didn't even see it. Oh, well.
가보지.
You can be upset with me for that one. It's okay. Oh, here we go. This is way better. This is way better. So we have body sack. Let's see what we got going on. We're gonna have to clash with that. We don't clash with this. We don't have Cloud Cutter, unfortunately. So we can just use this to clash with something. Except that the clash potential is complete dog water. Who is this targeting? Don Quixote and Heathcliff. Wow. Wow, wow. Alright. We will go clash with this. We'll go... We have the gripping next turn. Unfortunately, I wish we had it this turn. Faust can't even, like, soak this hit. Like, this is where I would use Fluid Sac, but, you know. And Dawn is just 3 speed, brother, what? Okay. We'll use Dawn to clash here. We'll use Isong, or Honglu, I mean, to clash there. Clash with this, and then where are these going? That's going nowhere, that's going there. So we need to clash with this. Are we even fast enough to clash with this? We are not. We are. But you need to win the clash. 3 coins? Do I even want to, like, I could use representation emitter, I guess. Sure, whatever. Sure. Alright, let's try this again. I'll play it a little safer this time so we don't have to restart again. Left leg gone. Nice. Right leg also gone. See, like, again, these guys are severely nerfed compared to their solo fights. So, they get burned down super, super quickly. And then Otis can just tank this. 3 damage. Very cool. Body sack here. We'll set up our quick suppression next turn. We got much better skill RNG here, because we have quick suppression now. We can pretty much just kill Ichthys with this if we want to. We'll see what we have to clash with, though. Well, obviously Cloud Cutter's going to the head. We can go Ebony Stem somewhere. Where are these going? Nowhere. That's going, that's going, that's going. Oh, this sucks. Alright, we're gonna have to clash with all of these, I think. Sure. We'll do the gripping over here. We have Rip Space next turn, though. That's actually very good because we're gripping. And then we'll go head. Where is Quick Suppression going? To Ichthys? Unfortunately, we can't. What a shame! What a shame. Man, that snake sucks. And we roll tails. I mean, like, you know, whatever. It happens. Seems like we staggered Ichthys over there. I think we staggered the body. Very cool. Hopefully, Quick Suppression can still do some numbers here. That's fair. We actually can kill the body. That's hilarious. Normally, that doesn't happen. Again, we want to kill the head, but... I mean, it's not really a big deal. They should both die this turn, realistically. Rip Space should do it way more than enough damage to kill either of them, and then we can just burn down the other one. 200, so this is 72. Skill 3, 90. So that's 150-ish. We'll help Rip Space here. And then, oh, 109, what the hell? We're overkilling by so much here. I mean, we could use an AoE Ego to help out the other side here. 83, 84, 84, 90, so that's like 170-ish. 240-ish? You're around 240-ish? Should die. We should be good. We should be in the clear. We should be in the clear. Here. We can go clash with this. We can also do Ebony Stem, just to really make sure you're dead. I mean, we should be good. We should be good. As long as we roll heads, obviously. You know, it is what it is if we don't. Oh, we're like, probably gonna overkill this guy by a hell of a lot, actually. Except when we roll tails. Whatever. 156. He's fucking dead. Alright. This is not doing 74, is it? I don't remember. 84. Yeah, okay, we're good, we're good. My math wasn't completely wrong. 3 turns. Not bad, not bad. Did I? No, I think 3 turns is about, like, pretty good, actually, I think. So, even though we played it safer, we still got there. Which is very nice, very nice. Cromer is pretty easy. You can do a triple here. You can do a 3-man. We're going to do a safer strat, though, because all our dudes are very low. And we have some turns to burn, I think. We're on turn 84 right now. So we have 40... We have, like, 40 turns below 120. So we're still very good here. So we can throw away some turns and get our dudes healed up. So we're gonna do Don Quixote Otis. We'll keep Hong Lu. Normally you would go Heathcliff and Hong Lu and Don Quixote 3-man, but we can do a slower strategy just for safety. We'll bring Gregor, I guess. And we'll bring... I mean, we could just do like this. You know what? Maybe we bring Mersal just because he's funny. Or Isong is probably better. Pierce Fragility. Yeah, we could do something like this. Sure. We're going way off script here, but it's... Man, it's because I literally misclicked once on that K-Corp stage, and now our Hong Lu is 28 health. It is what it is. We'll go with this. We'll go with this. I mean, Cromer's pretty easy. Cromer is pretty easy, so you don't really have to worry too much about the intense strategy on Cromer. Cromer's pretty straightforward. Also, if you don't remember, Cromer in the story has a passive where she heals like 1,000,000 health when you what's it called? When you have bleed on her. She does not have that passive in the Railway. So you don't have to worry about like her healing a quarter of her health bar back or anything. You know, it's fine. You can do whatever you want. So she's nerfed. Which is very helpful. And it makes the fight like 10 times easier. So that's a relief. But one thing that Cromer does that's kind of annoying is she will lower your sanity with most of her attacks. See, on you, steal 10 SP. On you, steal 10 SP. So she'll lower your center sanity and your clashing power will decline because of it. We're getting stunned. Who do we not care about getting stunned? I guess Isong. Although if I remember correctly, it doesn't matter who deflects the attack. I'm pretty sure Don Quixote still gets stunned, unfortunately. Whatever. I mean, Isong is not getting used for the rest of the run, so I'll happily tank. I'll happily tank stuff with him. It's fine. Oh, he does get stunned. All right, perfect. Yeah, okay. So we'll save our Don Quixote from getting stunned here, and we'll just try to deflect everything. Even if we miss the clashes, it's fine as long as Isong doesn't get fucking nuked. Even though it kind of doesn't really matter. Again, we're not using him for the rest of the run, so it doesn't truly matter if he gets nuked or not. Gregor's also not getting used for the rest of the run, so that's why I brought him, just as like a filler. You could also bring, again, you could bring less people. It's not really that big of a deal. Moline. Okay, you know, I mean, like, this is inflicting gaze, so we'll stun Yisong again. And then we'll go just unload everything on her. We'll clash with this because it's better. By the way, this is probably like one of my favorite songs in the soundtrack, I think. Between Two Worlds, I think it's like so good. That and the credit songs are pretty good. I think Gregor's is probably my favorite from Chapter 1. When he sings the credits, it's like, damn, bro, that was good. I think my least favorite out of the 3 credit songs is probably Rodia's. And then Sinclair's is like in the middle. But like in Gregor's, dude, the guitar goes crazy. God damn. We're gonna have to use an ego to clash with this, unfortunately. We have Rip Space next turn, so we're gonna use Telepole. And we'll clash with this. We could use this, actually. The Odyssey had a purpose and all that. And we'll use, I mean, it does less damage. It does more damage, actually. Alright.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
Should get staggered here soon. Telepole should be able to stagger her. Nice, we didn't actually miss the coin. I think if we miss the coin, we just lose that clash, actually. Probably should have used Tapathos on that instead of, whatever. Oh, she got staggered. Okay, so Rip Space is going to pretty much end this phase here. We'll cycle out some of our terrible skills while we're at it. 60? Wait, why does it... Oh, well, because it's, times 3, so it's like around 200-ish. That makes more sense. Cycle out some of our awful skills. And we should still be able to get there, pretty much. As long as we don't hit tails, obviously. We hit tails. You know what, man? It is what it is. 42. God damn it, bro. Whatever. We lose 1 turn. It is what it is. Unfortunate. I'll cycle out a Rip here, sure. It doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. I'm pretty sure she actually inflicted gaze. I should have paid attention. Someone's getting stunned, and I literally don't remember who it is. Oh my god, you lost that? Okay, well, I'm just, Don is just getting absolutely railed. It is what it is. Who's stunned? I guess Don was, Don has gaze. Okay. So, normally this phase of the fight takes like 2 turns max-ish. I think, what did I had 6 turns on Cromer. So, this is turn 8. Again, we were playing it safe, and we're doing suboptimal strats. We got a couple guys benched. But the strategy for this phase is that the Maw has very, very weak... Oh, you can't see. The Maw has very, very weak resistances. So, what you kind of want to do is, if your dude has gaze on them, obviously you want to try and, like, clash with all of the skills so they don't get nuked. But other than that, it's kind of the same idea as the fish and the wolf. And the frog, like with the abnormalities, you want to you essentially want to burn down the weakest piece. So in this case, it would be the Maw, and once you burn down the Maw, you just hard target it and kind of tank everything else. 8 damage, cool. I forgot the resistances on the Maw. I could have checked, but you know, this is basically a victory lap. Cromer's not that hard. But generally with the abnormalities, you want to burn down their weakest piece and then just hard target while kind of tanking all of the other damage. What's going on with Don? We have no charge and we have 2 rips. Very, very cool. You are paralyzed, so these clashes actually are disingenuous. You know what? I'll actually check her. Jesus Christ, that was so troll. Alright. The Maw is weak to Pierce, Wrath, and Pride. So, Pierce, Pride. There we go. Pierce, Wrath, Pride. See, like, having Heathcliff on this stage would be insanely good. Like, you can see. Like, having Heathcliff on this stage when the Maw is weak to Pierce, Wrath, Pride, like, just being weak to Pierce is super good for Heathcliff. Because quick suppression, and then once it's broken, remember all of the damage type, not the sin resistances, but the damage types become fatal. So Rip Space becomes immediately, like, as soon as Heathcliff can burn down the Maw, the Rip Space just does a ton of damage, and so does Cloud Cutter. So you can get really low turns on Cromer too. Which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, our Rip Space is nowhere to be seen at all, which is, you know, a shame. I could probably be using Egos more. Again, I keep forgetting. It's like a bad habit of mine. I don't really use Egos that much, and I should be using them more. Because, look, I have 72 sloth. So that's kind of unfortunate for us. Here, I'll use Sangre. Because it's Pierce. And, who's he targeting? Otis? Okay, Otis can tank, because she's not getting used next stage. I could also use 4th Match Flame here, I guess. You know, just some cool animations. Rolling Tails? You know, I mean, it's... Rolling Tails on Ebony Stem is pretty much my hobby, actually, I think. I should probably start a career doing that. But yeah, breaking the arms, like, there's not really a way to know, but there's two different, like, there seems to be about 2 different types of fuck off. There seems to be about 2 different, types of abnormality parts. There's ones that where you break them, they stick around, but they're just broken, and there's ones where once you break them, they're just, like, out of the fight. Like, for example, god damn it! For example, the snake arms. When you break them, they're just, like, gone from the fight. But, like, the toad eye, you can still target, like, the eye socket for some reason. I don't really know if there's a way to tell. Because, like, look, all of these say destructible, but the Maw, once it's destroyed, can still be targeted. So, like, I don't really know. But, the hands on Cromer are, you're targeting Isang, okay. The hands on Cromer are, like, what's it called? They are extremely, weak, their attacks, and also once you break them, they, are not able to be targeted anymore. So, like, if you're wondering, like, oh, why don't people, the Maw has, like, 300, 400 health, like, why don't you just target the arms and burn down one of those, and then target the arm and burn down Cromer? The thing about the arms is that once they're broken, they're untargetable. See, look, like, the Maw is broken, but you can still target it. But the arms, when they're broken, like, even visually, they, like, fall off, and you can't hit them anymore. Which is kind of strange, but it is what it is. 300 health. I mean, this is a long-ass Cromer fight, for sure. I could probably be using more Egos. Especially on characters I'm not going to be, like... I don't even know what Isang's Egos are. That's how little I use this guy. 2 attack power down, apply 3 haste. Oh, that's actually useful for Heathcliff. And then I have Wishing Cairn. Again, doesn't really matter. I've never used this Ego once. Ever. I got it, but I have never once used it, actually. You know, wait, this uses Wrath. Oh. Wait, I screwed my Gambler passive by accident. What's using it? Oh, I just don't have red. Alright. I mean, Heathcliff will generate red next stage. Wrath next stage, so we're good. Just a blunder. Certainly a blunder. Let's go... I mean, I don't want to use this. Oh, it's because of the Isang's Ego takes Wrath. Again, it shows how little I use him. I mean... Who are you targeting? Oh, what the hell? Wait, who are you clashing with? Who are you targeting? 4 to 12? Who are you targeting? 12 to 24? Alright, you know what? I'll clash with this, and I'll clash with this. Struggling. But I don't want it... You know what? We're using Wishing Karen for the first time ever. And it's going to be... Which one of these is hitting harder? 52. Alright. We'll clash with this. I've never seen this animation either, too. I've literally never used it. What the hell is going on? Oh, it's pebbles? Okay, yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. Oh, okay, Cromer's Omega dead. We should be able to just go full face here. 230 health is not much at all. Actually, we only hit tails on any of our coins, so it's been a while since I've seen this check. Gregor hits heads. How? 45, huh? Not enough. Whatever. Oh well. I mean, she's still dead. All of her speed is 1, so we still win, but... Oh well. 14 stage Cromer. I don't think I've ever had 14 stage Cromer. This is, like, extremely slow. It's what happens when you don't bring Heathcliff and Faust and Hong Lu. The Cromer fight will take forever. It's okay, though. I mean, I'd rather have them healthy for the next stage, because sometimes the targeting on the next stage is pretty annoying. 98. So we don't make sub 100, but unless this stage is going to take us 20 turns, we're very, very fine. We're going to go something like, I'll just check my notes just to make sure. Heathcliff, Faust, Don, Honglu, and Ishmael. Yeah, something like this should be fine. Our Don Quixote has seen better days, but, you know. Another banger of a soundtrack here. So the thing about this fight, if you have Reindeer Ishmael, she can very easily do over like half of Guido's health. Otherwise, the strategy here is you want to let the statue hit you for karma whenever possible. Usually you kind of want to have a karma battery, but in our case, not really going to be possible. You want to let the statue hit you. You want to burn down Ida. They have a passive. All of these have a passive where they will regenerate all of their health if they're not dead at the end of the turn. Yeah, at the start of the turn, fully recover health. So you have to OTK them, basically. Ida is the squishiest. She has the least amount of health. 300 is not much at all compared to this guy is the tankiest with like 400, 500-ish. And Guido's not far behind the Bugman. So Ida is your prime burst target. If you have Heathcliff, and he has quick suppression, quick suppression again, +2 coin power. It doubles coin power at 6 or more speed. So Heathcliff with that bonus coin power on quick suppression will one-shot Ida with quick suppression as long as he hits all heads. So we see quick suppression in our future, so we're going to body sack, just intercept some attacks. It doesn't matter. We're going to let Hong Lu take some damage. I'll get into that in a bit. We'll let him take the damage so that he can get some karma on him. This kind of blows. This, yeah, Snag Harpoon takes Wrath, unfortunately. What can we clash with? We don't want Hong Lu to take. You know what? We'll let Faust take the damage. We'll go there. so that she redirects both of the attacks, and then we'll go, I mean, we can use liberal usage of egos here, as long as they're not Wrath. That takes Wrath, I remember. I'm pretty sure Ardor has to take Wrath, yeah. So that's just not, Ishmael's just not being useful here. And, I mean, we can clash with Guido, with, Sangre, or we could use, I mean, we can't use Teleport because it takes Wrath, so we'll clash with Sangre. So, I'll get into the second half of the strategy here in a bit, but, you know, this guy obviously does not take any damage. Well, he does, but not much. Don Quixote, base ego, again, when you hit heads, 50% healing, so very nice. I mean, we're not going to get much here, obviously. 15 damage, that's like 8 healing, 7 healing, it rounds down, actually. But, here, you're gonna watch what happens to Ida here with Heathcliff. So we're going to use Body Sack to guarantee that we have the 6 speed we need for next turn with the haste, and then, you know, we'll just win some clashes here. Bop him. Alright, so we have quick suppression. Ida should die if we hit all heads. Based on our luck recently, I would say the odds of her dying are pretty slim. But in other news, the karma mechanic, I'll explain real quick. So these skills on Clash Lose will apply karma to an ally. And on hits, so on Clash Win, essentially, when it hits, it'll inflict 20 karma. The passive of the statue is units transfer karma to their targets. I believe it's like 10 or something. Yeah, 10 per successful attack. 5 more is transferred per clash. So basically, if you have a medium to high coin skill, like the gripping, we have 20 karma. We we are going to try and funnel all of the karma onto one person, because when they have enough karma, let's see if it says here. It does not, but when they have enough karma, I believe it's like 104 or 108 or something, like a weird number. When they have enough karma, they'll just instantly die. I'm sure you knew already, but, you know, just as a refresher. So we're going to, the strategy is you use a battery, a karma soaker, basically, like, let's use Ishmael or something, as our karma battery. We're going to lose a bunch of clashes to the statue with Ishmael. We can also just use, we can use defense skill, I guess. Just to lose a bunch of clashes on Ishmael, and then we're going to use her skills, which are multi-coin. Most of her skills have a high coin count. See, so like 3 and 4. And we're going to put them all on Bugman, because he's the most tanky. And we're also going to transfer our karma from Faust onto Bugman here, by using our skill. I mean, I guess we'll use another ego. This will help kill Ida if she doesn't die, I guess. And then, who is this targeting? Heathcliff? Who is this targeting? Yisong. I mean, this doesn't even apply karma. We don't even have to apply 2 attack up to a random ally. I mean, like, I don't want to get rid of Rip Space. Yeah, we just won't. Alright, so hopefully Heathcliff can roll heads, please. And just kill Ida instantly, which is very convenient for us. Yeah, see? So she literally just dies instantly. As long as your Heathcliff is feeling good that day, she'll just fall over, which is very very convenient for us. And then hopefully we can win this. Sure, thanks. And then we'll tank this, get some karma on our Ishmael. Now Bugman has 40 karma. Let's see what we're going on here. Ishmael unfortunately can't tank that. I'm pretty sure she's like fatal to, yeah, she's like fatal to Pierce, which is kind of blows. If you're using a karma battery, I'd recommend, I mean, Ishmael's okay, actually. especially if you have if you're using She Ishmael, like I said at the very start, if you're using She Ishmael, she makes us a great karma battery. Otherwise, let's go Pierce Wrath. Who's like resistant to Pierce? I don't even know if anyone. Okay, we're not using Dawn. We could use Heathcliff, I guess. We could use Heathcliff, sure. Oh, but he has evade. And he's not gonna lose the clash. You know, maybe he will. We'll clash with Cleave, I guess. These two, again, if you have Reindeer, Mind Whip is like able to actually kill Guido. So you only have to stack on one dude on just the Bugman. But because I don't have her, we're going to be doing some like scuff strats. We're just gonna deflect all these attacks.
교전 시작합니다.
Alright, well, we win it. So it's just gonna apply karma randomly here. And then what's going on here? We are killing the Bugman, sure. And then Guido is going to be doing something, whatever. It's just I mean, we don't want to clash with that, obviously, because we're gonna get screwed. We don't need to clash with Guido anymore. I mean, I guess we could just, like... we just send it on the statue, I suppose. Even though it only deals, like, 1 damage. Yeah, maybe it'll add up. There's been a couple times where enemies live on, like, 1 health, you know? Oh, this guy was attacking. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And then this guy will die to all the karma on him. Very nice. Also, in case you didn't know, karma has like, I'm not going to say like a hidden effect, quote-unquote hidden effect, but if you read karma, it actually makes, oh, that's where it says it, turn and die at 108. Karma actually has a quote-unquote hidden effect, where if you have a bunch of karma, you'll take a bunch more damage. It says take plus 20% damage. If you have like a ton of karma, you'll take, each karma is 1% extra damage. So it is possible to kill Guido if you put enough karma on him without Ishmael, Reindeer, if you just have like a lot of blunt damage. But, you know, unfortunately, again, I do not have it. So we just kind of got to make do, you know. We'll clash with those. Other than that, I mean, this fight is kind of like a victory lap. Not like, it's not like super easy. It's still kind of annoying. It's very RNG heavy if you're doing low turn runs, but it's not like, I mean, pretty much after the trifecta of stalling bosses, it's pretty much a victory lap. It's pretty easy. We're gonna kill Guido this turn with karma if we just deflect these two. We have to win these 2 clashes here. So we'll go here, and we'll go. What? Who is this targeting? Oh, Ishmael. Okay, we actually do need to win this. Snag Harpoon. Thankfully, we've had enough Wrath. We've gathered enough. We'll just clash this. Actually, we'll clash this with a worse skill. And then, I mean, these are targeting our allies. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Whatever. Sure. So Guido will die because on Clash lose inflict 20 karma. So he'll hit 110. He'll die at turn end. And we'll have Body Sack. We'll have Body Sack for the quick suppression speed buff just to make sure. We'll have Rip Space. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good here. One damage. Nice. honorable mention to Ishmael's Snag Harpoon passive. That thing is broken, by the way. I don't know if you've ever read it, but if you haven't, no, come on, bro. Oh, man. Whatever. We don't get staggered, that's cool. As long as he didn't remove Wrath, I'm fine. If we didn't lose any Wrath, I'm chilling. Anyways, we'll take these buffs for free, sure. Come on, come on, come on. -1! Oh, come on, bro. Whatever. Anyways. Snag Harpoon passive, right. This thing is, like, stupid good. If you've never read Snag Harpoon passive, this is, like, what makes Ishmael, like, good. Besides the fact that she has, like, some pretty good IDs. All 3 of her IDs are pretty good. But Snag Harpoon passive is, like, probably one of the best ego passives in the entire game. This thing is a monster. So, you know, it's a shame that we don't really use it too much in this run. Just because, again, let's go Hexnail. Uptide Hexnail, you know, gotta flex it a little bit at least. Again, we don't, it's a shame we don't use it more in this run because of our Wrath generation. It's a shame, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's run it. 300 damage, very cool. We'll take some damage here, don't matter. Hit tails, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, we're targeting the broken part. This time, the part we're targeting is the seat. Oh, yes. 360 damage. Nice, nice. And then we just hope that Faust can hit the check. She's 25 sanity. Oh well. I'm just better. I'm just better. Alright, so we just target the seat here. Should be a pretty textbook cleanup. And yeah, that looks like it's going to be the end. Probably use Hexnail. You know what, we'll overclock Hexnail just for fun. Target randomly. You know what, probably don't overclock. Anything else here? Not really. Yep, I mean, about what I expected. You know, Faust won the check in the event, so I'm fine with that, honestly. We're still good. Eight-turn statue. That's actually, hilariously enough, it's better than my low-turn run. I had 9 turns because I forgot. Look, once the statue dies, it automatically like terminates your run. So I forgot that once you kill the statue, my run instantly ends. But yeah. Obviously Don Quixote, Honglu, Heathcliff. These are like the top 3, and then Faust doesn't do that much damage, but her debuff with Hexnail and her debuff with the gripping is like super good. And then Otis, again, very good, especially with the a lot of this damage comes from the Ebony Stem ego. And then, yeah, you know, the 2 bench warmers, Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here. You got Humpty and Dumpty. Rhodia at least has a good passive. Sinclair, I mean, like, again, you can use him on stage 1, just to get ego with Impending Day. It's not really my style, because I don't have Blade Lineage, so it kind of has some RNG to it. If you get, like, a bunch of downward swing, like his skill 1, it's terrible. But you can get some Wrath with, what is it, Halberd combo or something? The skill 2, is, like, really good. For generating Wrath early. So you see I'm starving for Wrath the whole time. Maybe I should have considered it, but you know, I don't really groove with it too much because it takes 3 Wrath on its own to even use the Impending Day ego. So yeah, this is the finished run. That's the wrong one. I don't know where it went. Oh, it's it ranks by turn order. I actually didn't know that. But this is the finished run. 106 turns, very easily get under the 120 requirement. Again, we're casual players. You know, we don't care too much about turns. Again, 9 turn on the statue at the end. Don't talk to me about it, alright? I don't want to talk about it. I'll make some, you know, Limbus Company endgame. And then, yeah. That's essentially it. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to talk about. It is Halberd combo. Yeah, Ravaging Cut. So, yeah, you can generate Wrath on stage 1 with this if you use Impending Day. The only thing I don't like is Wrath and Lust are kind of annoying to generate. Lust comes to you pretty easily later on into the run, like deeper into the run, because once you start really using Faust a lot more, her gripping generates Lust every time you use it, and Lenticular Swirl generates Lust, and Eviscerate generates Lust. So you end up getting Lust pretty easily, but at the start, activating Impending Day Ego, at least for me, like in my experience, activating Impending Day Ego is kind of a chore with base Sinclair. Blade Lineage has a skill 2, also has a skill 2, should I say, that is Wrath, but like his skill 1 is actually good, and his skill 3 is like actually good. I mean, not to say base Sinclair's skill 3 is bad or anything. It's certainly not. But Pride is just a better resource to generate than Envy, I think. Because there's not really many things that use Envy, especially earlier into the run. So, you know, if you have Blade Lineage, he can take advantage of Impending Day a lot better than the base one can. Even though it's not completely terrible, you'll still be generating Wrath and Envy. But I'd rather be generating Wrath and Pride earlier into the run. So, because again, if you can generate some Pride, stage 2 and stage like whatever the fish is, Ebony Stem will shred, because again the Pride requirement is pretty steep. So, you know, that if I did have him, then I would use him. Otherwise, I don't really bother with it. If I had Mariachi Uptide, you know what? If I had Mariachi Uptide, I would do it. I mean, not do it, but I would have him on the bench instead. I still wouldn't use him, but if you have Mariachi Uptide and you don't have Blade Lineage, or you don't have Impending Day Uptide to tier 2 so you can get the passive, just put Mariachi on the bench. His support passive is really really good. It's like it's free damage, kind of like Rogia's passive is free damage. So, you know, these two would be the premier bench warmers. But I don't have him Uptide, so I just use normal Sinclair. It doesn't matter. At least he has a support passive. It's dog water, but, you know, at least he has one, I guess. Anything else I would change? I mean, like, you could use Mittelhammer. I've seen Mittelhammer a lot. I just use base Rodia. I don't use Mittelhammer. Because I just don't really need. I haven't found a need to use Rodia in any of the stages. Like I've got a good score. I'm happy with my score, and I use base Rodia for that score. So you can use Mittelhammer. I can see it being useful, especially Wrath Blunt. I believe is good on the N Corp stage. I think they're weak. They're extremely weak to Wrath Blunt or something. So she's like really good there, and Wrath Lust too. Like her Sin generation spread is just very convenient. So I could see her being used. I just personally don't use her, but more people use her than I think use default. It's just not really my personal preference. So you can use either one of these. Again, these two interchangeable. This one is just a little bit more of a hassle. And if you have Reindeer, you'd probably want to use her over everything else. If I had to guess, I don't have her obviously. Blade Lineage, Isong, personal preference. Rat Slash helps speed up that snake stage. I've seen people use 7 section. Again, I think I mentioned this at the beginning, but I don't have her Uptide. I haven't tried her. So, you know, for all I know, it could be good. And then pretty much all of Mersault's identities are not very good for this, unfortunately. Even though I love using Raid Boss Raid Boss Mirasalt is super fun to use, but he's just not really that good for faster paced gameplay. But yeah, I think that's just about everything. If you don't have G Corp Gregor, I've actually seen people use. I've seen people use Liu Gregor. It's honestly not bad. G Corp Gregor's passive is very nice. It's very good. And oh yeah, I don't have Ting Tang, but people personal preference between Kurakumo and Ting Tang. Even if I had Ting Tang, I think people have kind of figured out that Kurakumo is probably better than Ting Tang most of the time. Like, Ting Tang does outperform on some stages. Like, I'm pretty sure he just completely shreds on, like, stage 2 and stage 3, like the frog. And, like, if Mutilate can go off on stage 2, he probably kills, like, 2 people with it or something. But, other than that, I think, Kurakumo is probably better than Ting Tang, just because on certain stages, like the what's it called, the K Corp stage, like he really helps. Here, like let's see, Wolf. Remember, the Wolf is super weak to getting his head burned down by Cloud Cutter, so Kurakumo is good there. Kurakumo is good on the Ichthys fight because it just does Cloud Cutter again, does so much damage. K Corp, extremely good. Cloud Cutter's broken. This stage, Cloud Cutter's broken. This stage, actually, Cloud Cutter does help burn down the dogs, too. So, he's actually very good on 9, 10, 11, and 12. 13, you can even bring him. I don't know if, like, it's optimal to bring him. I brought him, obviously, I think. But, I mean, like, you know, he's just good. He's just generally better, I think. Obviously worse for speedrunning than Ting Tang is for like Mirror Dungeon when enemies are super squishy and Mutilate can just absolutely go crazy. But I think if you have Ting Tang, you can try him. Again, I don't have him, so I can't even try him. But I feel like people have figured out that even though it's technically like personal preference, and I've seen good Ting Tang like runs, I think KK is probably just better. Anything else that's worth mentioning? I mean, not really. I used base Otis for a while. Again, I pulled her like earlier today. Yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah. Good luck, fellas. You have like from now you have about a week. You have about a week to get under 120. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Yeah, if this exclamation point is bugging you here, I'll just claim those and then I'll do my dailies later. But yeah, peace, I guess.